Welcome to Weekly Trash, the safe place to cleanse your mind, body, and soul of all that trash you consume this week so you can consume some more tomorrow. I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and welcome to today's solo episode. How are you guys? It's been last week was a lot. Before we get into it, actually no, let's just get into it. I don't even know what to say here. We saw someone get assassinated in Utah, my hometown, where I live. 20 minutes from me, someone was assassinated, murdered. The way that the world has become desensitized to violence is disgusting. People in the crowd cheered. There were people cheering when someone was murdered in front of them. What? What is going on? I feel sick to my stomach when I think about the fact that his children one day might see that video. It's everywhere. Everyone's seen it, which is also really alarming because I feel like a lot of things get flagged real quick. And there's a lot of stuff that gets taken off the internet real fast. But for some reason, that video was able to circulate for hours. And the chances of his wife seeing that. It's so disturbing and sad. And for the thousands of people who were there, who saw it, I just can't fathom what that probably was like. And that same day, the same day that he was assassinated, there was a school shooting in Colorado. The way we have become desensitized to this kind of news, to this kind of violence. And it's not just in America, it's everywhere. Obviously, America has very high gun violence, but throughout the world, there are people starving. There are children being starved. There is crime, just horrible, horrible crimes everywhere. Gun violence, murder, you name it, it's there and we see it. It's all over the news. It's all over TikTok. And we just think it's normal. It's not normal. We cannot be desensitized to this. We cannot think that this is just life. I don't know how we got here as a human species where we see somebody be tortured, be starved, be assassinated, and we don't go, that's wrong. I feel empathy. I feel sadness. I don't understand. So if you have felt like the world has been feeling heavy, if you feel hopeless, helpless, same. I swear every time I get on TikTok, it's another sad story. It's another horrible, devastating thing happening. And we're just supposed to absorb that and then scroll on and it's someone making a funny TikTok or a outfit of the day. That's not normal to consume all of this content while also consuming content that is so devastating and evil. What happened to Charlie Kirk was evil. It was wrong. It was horrible. It was not justified. And to anyone who thinks it was, I'm truly concerned. Truly. So yeah, that happened. And it makes a lot of people feel unsafe. And it makes a lot of people feel like they can't talk about it. They can't say anything. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And so the internet has felt really icky and divisive. And that's what they want, right? Who knows who they is. the government, another country. I don't know, but they're winning. They're winning because everyone hates each other. So I hope that here, if you're listening to this, I would assume, and I really do believe that Trashers, this community is full of good people with good intentions. And I know that not everyone listening has the same political views, the same religious backgrounds, the same color of skin. And that's kind of the point. That's what I love about this community. So I hope that when you are here and you're listening, this place can be a safe space for everyone, and it can feel lighthearted and it can be fun. But I could not just like start this episode without addressing what we all saw and experienced and are still seeing happen. So I don't really know how to segue into personal trash, pop culture trash, all the trash, but last week was hard. And my heart goes out to everyone affected by not just Charlie's death, but the deaths around the world, honestly, because it's not normal. What's going on in the world is not normal. And if you're the praying type, I'm praying for you. If you're not, I'm thinking of you. And I guess that's all I can really say about that. There's not much else to say. It's just devastating. It's devastating that we've gotten here. So I want this to be a lighthearted, fun place. I don't want this to be a place where you're reminded of all the sick, fucking twisted things going on in the world. So let's try to pivot and let's try to make this episode lighthearted and fun. So let's get into my personal trash, even though that seems just so insensitive to just like keep going on with life. But that's how it works. So the world keeps spinning when other people's worlds seem like they're ending. And it's just how it is. So I really don't know how to segue. Yeah, let's take out personal trash. Today's episode is brought to you by BOEM. Okay, besties and trashers, listen up. If you're ready for fall wardrobe and you are ready for a little refresh, like me, if you saw I got rid of all my clothes, you need to check out BOEM. I'm not kidding. I'm obsessed. Their denim actually fits like a dream. Their dresses are perfect for any vibe. And the sweaters, don't even get me started. Cozy, cute, and so easy to style. BOEM just dropped their new arrivals and it's giving main character energy for your fall fits. Dress them up for dinner, keep it casual for errands. These pieces do it all. And of course, I got a code for you. Code weeklytrash gets you 20% off at boem.com. That's BOHME.com. Go add everything to your cart now and thank me later because these pieces won't stay in stock long. I know, because it's happened to me. So again, go to boem.com and use code weeklytrash for 20% off. And thanks, BOEM, for sponsoring today's episode. Today's episode is also brought to you by MABE carriers. You know how people say you lose yourself in motherhood or your life is over once you have kids because you can't do the things you used to do? Well, newsflash, motherhood is not an ending. It's just the beginning of the best chapter yet. Maybe you're just getting started. MABE baby carriers have actually changed my life and so many others. I remember the moment I had just figured out how to get the baby in the baby carrier all by myself. And for the first time, I walked outside, had my hands free, and felt like a new woman, okay? It sounds small, but in that moment, I felt capable. Like, I've got this. I give MABE baby carriers to any new moms in my life, like my video girl, Carly. When I found out she was having a baby, I knew exactly what to give her because baby carriers are a must. And the MABE baby carriers are so functional, so beautiful. They have the most beautiful prints that it's the best gift for a friend who's having a baby, but it's also the best gift for yourself if you have a little one or a baby. Because whether you are running errands, running a business, or just wanting to go outside and remember who you are, MABE gets that motherhood isn't about losing yourself. It's about finding the strongest, most powerful self that you are and having your baby close to you while you do it. Visit mabeproducts.com and use code TRASH for an automatic 10% off your first order. That's mabeproducts.com, code TRASH, because maybe you're just getting started. I guess to kind of make it lighthearted, we could address the fact that I look awful. I got my eyebrows tinted. And I'm not wearing any makeup. And I thought when I first started doing solo YouTube episodes that I would get ready, that I would like care a little bit and try to like catfish everybody into thinking I was hot. But then I remembered that only like 5% of you actually watch on YouTube, and I get more views on my Instagram story where I look like absolute garbage than I do here on YouTube. So I said, why would I get ready? Why would I try to look cute? Let's just be Helga. If you know who Helga is, she is my alter ego. She is the uglier, less hot, funnier version of me. And I think she's a good time. So yeah, Helga's going to show up here because why not? This is me. This is real. This is me. Yeah, sometimes we got to break out in song when we're feeling a little down because it just boosts the endorphins. Okay, we're getting going. We're feeling good now. Okay. Are we in it? Are we feeling good? Are we ready? Okay. So yeah, just had to address the fact that I look like a rat, a really funny rat. Okay. We're going to have fun here. Personal trash though. Let's talk about the fact that my party sold out so fast. I knew we would sell out. I wasn't naive. I was like, yeah, we're going to sell out, but I didn't think it would sell out within the first day, let alone the first 2 hours. So if you got a ticket, I'm really excited. It's going to be so much fun. Sunset vibes. Okay. You already know. I feel like I've like said that a million times, like take a shot every time I say sunset, but sunset vibes. Okay. And we're going to just party it up for everyone who didn't get a ticket. I do feel bad. I do. And I've gotten many DMs of people being like, please, can I get a ticket? Or I missed it. Like, is there any way you can sell more? Like personally reaching out to me for tickets. And I truly wish I could give all of you tickets, but I can't. There is a capacity for the venue. So even if I wanted to, even if I had all the tickets in the world, I could not give them to you because you wouldn't fit in the space. So unfortunately, there will not be any more tickets sold. So if you have one, yay. If you don't, hopefully next year I can get a bigger venue and I can sell more tickets and we can all hopefully be able to be there. I just like don't know a venue that can fit 1,000 people. So if you have a venue that can fit 1,000 people and you want to sponsor the weekly trash party next year, hit me up because I'm going to need a big ass venue next year. And the party's going to be probably even bigger and better than this one. But this one's going to be pretty epic. I'm so excited. All the final touches are coming together. The outfits. Okay. I posted a TikTok and a reel of me trying on dresses and they're all from ASOS, obviously. I liked them. I wouldn't say I was obsessed with any of them. The first dress and the third dress were probably my favorites. I had 6. Okay. If you haven't seen the video, there were 6 dresses and I'm still not like diehard obsessed with any of them. Lucky for me though, I'm going to New York on Thursday. I leave Thursday. I'll be there for the weekend. Pedro has some work out there. And while he's doing businessman things, I'm going to be doing shopping girl things. And my goal is to just shop and eat the entire time and have a good time and chill and hopefully find a dress. So I will also be looking for a dress in New York. But if I don't find one, I do have some good options. But you have like 8 days. Okay. 8 days if you're listening to this till the party. So get on it. Get those outfits, get the carpool set up, get the babysitter set up because it's party time, girls. Let me pull out my notes so I can like not forget anything that I want to talk about. So let's go back a little bit, because now that I do a solo every other week, I feel like I have even more to talk about, which I really like, because I felt like last season when a solo would come out, like when it was time to record, I'd be like, freak, what do I talk about? What happened? I was like pulling things out of my ass. I was like, okay, today we're going to talk about my favorite food of the week. Like I was running out of things for my solos, but now I have 2 weeks worth of things I can talk about. So the first thing that happened was I went to Whitney's ACTA dinner, Whitney Levitt. She had the sickest collab with ACTA. I think it's their biggest collab they've ever done. They had navy, colored, mocha, gray, and black. I want all of it. I texted Kenzie, who does all of like the ACTA stuff, and I was like, how do I get early access to literally all of this? Because I know it's going to sell out and I want all of it. You guys know how much I love the twisted bras. I'm actually wearing it right now. Should I flash YouTube? Maybe I'll get more views if you guys see my tits. Okay. But anyways, love the twisted bra. Love all things ACTA. So proud of Whitney. It was beautiful. Everything is so freaking good. But the dinner was at a new place here in Utah, obviously, because I live in Utah. It was downtown. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I'll find it and I'll put it in the description so you can go check it out. But it was like a newer Japanese restaurant. It was so good. You know, I'm really picky about my sushi, and I got like a strawberry sushi roll. They like literally put strawberries on it. So good. Also just got to like hang out with friends, chat, yap. There's a lot of fun people there. Obviously the girls were filming, so it's always fun to see like the behind the scenes of all them filming. But I'm seriously so excited for Whitney and Jen with Dancing with the Stars. It airs tonight because I'm recording on a Tuesday. And I cannot wait for this season. I think everyone's really excited for this season of Dancing with the Stars because the cast is just stacked. Like everyone is exciting. And I mean, I told Whitney, I was like, I don't want to jinx it, but like I have this gut feeling that she's going to win. I do think Jen and her are extremely talented, and I think they both will go far. But the fact that Whitney has Mark, and Mark is a winner. He wins. And Whitney has dance experience, which I'm already seeing discourse online about that, where people are like, she was a professional dancer. She has dance experience. A lot of people on that show have had dance experience. Charlie D'Amelio, she freaking won. That girl is also a dancer. She's on Broadway right now. She's in New York. Okay, she's a professional. So many people have had that one leg up knowing dance. And I have no problem with that. If anything, I think it's more exciting because those dances are more fun to watch because they're actually really good. They actually look professional. And then it's really fun to watch the people who don't have a dancing bone in their body really struggle, like Harry Jowsey. So you get like a mix of everything, you know, which I appreciate. So I'm so excited to watch tonight and see how they do. I don't think anyone gets voted off tonight. That's the other thing. I haven't been like an OG Dancing with the Stars fan since I lived with my parents and my mom was watching every night. So I'm excited to get back in it. I'm excited to be voting every single night, not just when I remember, and really getting in the zone. Because we as Utahns, we need to support our other Utahns. And half the freaking cast is from Utah. Go Utah. We're really making headlines, okay? Not always for good things. But we have also Taylor being the Bachelorette, which I'm going to talk about in pop culture TikTok news. So we're going to just pretend I didn't say that and keep moving on. So yeah, I went to the ACTA dinner, loved the collection, amazing. Use code weeklytrash anytime you want anything from ACTA because you'll save money. This is not sponsored. Wish it was. Hi, Kenzie, if you're listening. Let's see what else happened. Oh, speaking of Whitney's, I had Tennessee Whitney, which is her Instagram handle. And if you saw me spell Tennessee, no, you didn't. Okay. We know I can't spell. We know I don't read. I need to be better. I need to be smarter, but that just wasn't the day. And I spelled Tennessee, Tennesse. Tennessee. Yeah. So I had Tennessee Whitney come, and she is the cutest. I want her little accent so bad. And she has a crazy story. So she actually had reached out to me. She was like, I would love to come on the podcast. And I was like, slay, like, let's do it. And she was like, I'll fly to Utah. And I was like, okay, we'll make it a girls' weekend. I like had everything scheduled, everything planned. I really wanted her to enjoy Utah and really get to experience all of the goodness that it has to offer. So she came and we obviously went and saw Jonas Brothers, which don't even get me started. It was the best concert. I love the Jonas Brothers. Okay. I met the Jonas Brothers back in the day, back when I was 13 years old and my hair extensions were 2 different colors. Okay. If you saw the picture, you know. But the way that they have evolved into what they are, like they were babies, they were children when they started. I was a child, I was a baby, and they have been able to keep me as a Jonas Brothers fan all these years. And what I loved about the concert is they fully addressed the fact that they've had hardships and that they've broken up and that they've gone and done their other things. Like in the concert, they did like a war, not a war, but it was like Nick versus Joe and like both of their singles. So you had like DNCE and then Nick's like solo songs. And it was just so cool to see that like at the end of the day, they're just brothers and brothers fight and brothers can be really annoying to each other, but they love each other. And that's like what matters. And they had a lot of like flashbacks of them as kids, like when they performed Waffle House, like the meaning behind the song Waffle House just was like so special. And yeah, I cried. Okay. I cried at the end and I'm not embarrassed. I'm not, because they brought out Frankie, which is his youngest brother. And that for some reason just like pulled at my heartstrings so hard, because his brothers have gotten to live this insane life. They've got to go on tour. They've gotten to have girls throw themselves at them. They've got to be rock stars. And their little brother is just kind of like in the background, twiddling his thumbs, being like, hey, well, what am I supposed to do? So I got so emotional seeing him out there and singing with his brothers, and probably, you know, how exciting that felt for him, even though I think he does it every single night. But getting to feel included with his brothers, I don't know, it just like made me so emotional. So yeah, I love the Jonas Brothers, but I really love Joe Jonas. I used to be a Nick girl. And then I matured. I'm just kidding. There's still Nick girls out there. Okay. There's Kevin girls out there. There's one for everybody. Okay. But Joe, he stole the show. Joe stole the show and he knows what he's doing. He knows that he's the hot commodity and that he's the only single one. And so he does a really good job at trying to connect with the audience, trying to find the other single girls, even though half the audience is like grown married women, but our like inner 13-year-old little girl is like, Joe, like freaking out. And he just gives the crowd what they want. He's so good looking, good singer, just fun. He really is the star of the show. I'm sorry. It was the Joe Jonas concert, specifically for me and Bree. I went with Bree, Maddie, and then Whitney. And me and Bree are both like major Joe girls. So it was a great concert for us. We had a blast. Now, the seat situation, your girl has superpowers. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. We bought lawn tickets. And if you are familiar with the arena, if you're not, I'll explain it. It's the USANA Amphitheater, and it's half like seats, like a normal venue. And then there's this lawn, and it's like this huge, massive hill. And people bring chairs and blankets. And a lot of times if you have lawn seats, you get there really early so you can like stake out and get a good spot. The lawn seats, when it's not like a super packed concert, is actually pretty nice because you have like your own space and you can dance, but you really can't see the stage like very well because it is really far away. And obviously the Jonas Brothers concert was jam packed, and we got there not late, but we didn't really care to see the openers. Sorry to the openers, but we were like, oh, we'll just get there around like 8:00 because they don't come out till 8:30. And we were at the very back of the lawn. So there's like a fence, and we were the last people on the lawn pushed against the fence. And I was like, I'm not sitting here. Like, I'm not doing this. And so I worked my magic, which I'm not going to share because I don't want anyone to steal my magic. But if you listen to my Taylor Swift episode when I talked about going with Jessie, then you kind of already know my magic. But I got us the best seats ever. We were row 202, front and center, perfect shot of them singing. Like, it was crazy how we started at the very back and then somehow found our way up front. So loved that. That was amazing. Lucky girl syndrome. Okay. Have that mentality. If you think that you're a lucky person, good things happen to you. Okay. I also am really lucky at parking spots. Anytime I go anywhere, there is a front row waiting for me. There's like a big sign that says, "Park here, Josie." And I just slide right on in. I don't know what it is, but if you just keep telling yourself you're lucky, lucky things happen. So yeah, Jonas Brothers, highlight of the weekend for sure. We went to the mall, me and Whitney went to the mall, and I went to Aritzia. Now, it wasn't my first time at Aritzia. The first time I was at Aritzia was in New York, but I never tried anything on. And then my second time was like a week ago. And then the reason why I went with Whitney is because I had to return some stuff, because you know, like when you try something on and then you go home and you try it on and you feel completely different about it. Yeah, it's like a million times worse with Aritzia because they trick you. They trick you. I didn't know this, but when I went to Aritzia for the first time as a shopper last week, I didn't know the dressing rooms didn't have mirrors. What kind of dressing room doesn't have mirrors? And it's a really smart tactic because then you have to go outside and basically do a fashion show for all the people in the waiting room and use the community mirrors to look at yourself. And then all the workers are like, "Oh my gosh, girl, fire. That looks so good." And then you're like, "Oh my gosh, okay, fine. Like, I'll buy it. Like, I look hot." And then you go home and you're like, "I don't like this." Like, they peer pressure you into buying clothes. I don't like that. I don't. But I do like the vibes of the store in general. I think some of the stuff is like really good. It's hard for me with buying basics that are expensive because I'm like, I could get this exact same thing for half the price. But there are a few things at Aritzia that I'm like, yes. One in specific is the jeans, the denim. They have a lot of different brands. But like, as you guys know, I got rid of my whole closet. So I need jeans. So that's why I went in the first place. And then with Whitney, I had to return a couple of the things. So I was like, actually, I don't like these as much as I thought I did. But when I tried them on in front of everybody and everyone was like, yeah, hyping me up, I was like, okay, fine, I'll get them. And then I spent so much money and I was like, wait, I didn't even love these. Like, if you're going to spend $300 on a pair of jeans, they better be the most comfortable, most flattering pair of jeans you've ever put on your body. And that just wasn't the case, but I got convinced and I bought them. But I did take them back because I was like, that was stupid. But Aritzia, I would like a little mirror. I would like a little mirror in my dressing room. Thank you. I don't think that'll ever happen. That's definitely their sales tactic, but it's so crazy. It's so great. There's no mirror. And then it's really awkward when all of like the husbands are like waiting in the dressing room area. And so when you like go out to look in the mirror, it looks like you're freaking doing a fashion show for some girl's boyfriend. Like, let me come out in my tube top and jeans in front of a strange man that I've never seen in my life. I don't know. I think they should make a rule that like men, unless they're gay, but like, I mean, how can you tell? How can you tell? Like they can't do that. Actually, that wouldn't work. But like, it needs to be like women only, because how awkward is that when you go out and there's just this straight male staring at you? I don't like it. Let's see. What else did me and Whitney do? Oh, we watched Unknown Number. I think that's what it's called. Let me double check. I'm like pretty sure it's Unknown Number. Unknown Number, Netflix. Yes, it's Unknown Number, the high school catfish. That mother, I fucking hate that bitch. I hate her. I hate her so much. She is crazy. And the way that she was so manipulative when the police came to her house, if you don't even know what I'm talking about, go watch the documentary. Spoiler, the catfish is her own mother. Her own mother told her daughter to kill herself, that she was ugly, that she called her an anorexic bitch. Yeah, her mom. She also said that she was going to suck her boyfriend's dick. Just like the most graphic, horrendous things. And when she got caught and the police officers show up at her house, the way that she was trying to like coddle her daughter and be like, I love you, like holding her daughter as if her daughter didn't just realize her mom's a monster. Like the way that she completely manipulated her daughter in that moment made me sick to my stomach, because you see this girl who's so confused because she's like, wait, my mom did that to me, but my mom is now like hugging me and trying to console me and make me feel better. But she told me to kill myself. And then the dad comes and the dad is just furious, as he should be. And he's like, you need to leave because like, I'm about to beat your ass and I don't want to go to prison. So get out, basically. And you can like feel the tension in the daughter being like, okay, watching her dad be so upset and angry and like wanting to like protect, you know, some of the relationship with her mom, but also her mom's a psycho. Like the way I just felt so bad for this girl. And I'm so glad that she came to her senses, because you see the documentary evolve. Like the first interviews are being done obviously right after the mom got arrested. And so it's very fresh. She's like still kind of stuck in this brainwashed mindset that her mom loves her and meant well, which how? I don't know. But like that happens. Like when you have somebody in your life that's so manipulative, they completely brainwash you. And so you could tell in those interviews, it was like really early on. She still hadn't like been able to really escape her mom. And then at the end of the series, you see that she has now come to her senses. Her mom is now out of jail, prison, but she doesn't talk to her. Thank goodness. And she's really realized like the monster that her mom is. And the mom is still fucking delusional. She still doesn't understand what she did. The way that her tears were so fake to me. Like I always say, I'm like, I see truth. Like I can read a room. I can read energy. I can tell if someone's a good person or a bad person. I can also do that with a TV screen. Okay. I know I sound crazy. And I sound like that pick me girl that's like, I'm an empath. Actually, funny story. Maddie Murphy, Bad Broadcast, like posted a TikTok and she was like, if you're an empath, like, can you not tell that you saying you're an empath is annoying me? Or like that I hate it or whatever. And I literally commented, I was like, no, like I do, but I also am annoying. So yeah, I'm going to keep telling you I'm an empath. But like truly watching her daughter cry and like the feelings I felt watching her daughter, like the genuineness of it. Is that the right word? I feel like that's not the right term. Genuineness? Whatever. I could like feel how genuine that reaction was and how pure it was, versus when the mom cried, it was like evil, manipulative, fake. Like I could see right through. I'm like, you are so fucking crazy. Watching that with Whitney, like we were both like, this is insane. Like she is sick. She is twisted. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. So we watched that. I also interviewed Whitney while she was here, which I'm so excited for you guys to listen to that episode because she has a crazy life story. Which is why I was like, yeah, fly from Nashville so we can share your story with people. She was in a marriage that was extremely abusive, got cancer, kicked cancer's ass. And her story is really motivating and inspirational. And also she's just really fun and just a good time. So I'm excited for you guys to hear that episode because it was a good one. And that'll come out next week. But yeah, I think that's all of my personal trash. So now let's do pop culture, TikTok, reality, TV, television trash. Okay? Taylor, Frankie, Paul is our Bachelorette. She's our Bachelorette. And I have thoughts, as does everybody else. But as somebody who knows Taylor, I feel like my thoughts are important. Just kidding. But I do think that, oh, why is someone ringing my doorbell? If you heard that, ignore that. I do feel nervous because I don't necessarily think that this is going to be good for her in terms of like I really don't think she's going to find her life partner on the show. I really don't. Do I think it'll be good television? Yes. That is why she was casted. The Bachelor franchise it's going down the drain. Okay. It's not doing well. Taylor Frankie Paul, great addition. Great for ratings. Is going to do wonders for the show, which I hope she is getting paid for that because she is doing them a huge favor. She is giving them so much of not only her time, but her mental energy and physical energy. So I hope she is getting compensated fairly, more than fairly, because she is doing them a huge favor. But the show itself has not had real connections and real love in years. Like I was trying to thinking of like the last couple. Obviously we have Joey and Kelsey, which like that was not normal. Okay. Before Joey and Kelsey, I think the last relationship that really made it and like looked legit was like JoJo and Jordan. Like we really haven't seen genuine relationships come from the show in a long time. And so that's what makes me nervous because obviously Taylor has gone through a lot. Like she says, she has 2 baby daddies. She's not looking to just like fuck around. She wants someone who's serious. And unfortunately, I don't think a lot of men that go on that show are serious or genuine. And that makes me nervous. That makes me nervous for her. And I just hope that she has a good producer or whoever is like there in the show, like looking out for her and doesn't let her end up with a piece of shit. Like, because men who go on that show have tricked a lot of women. We saw that with Hannah when she got engaged to what's his face? I don't even know his name. What was his name? But anyways, he was a piece of shit. But like he tricked her and he secretly had a girlfriend. Like we see that time and time again. And I swear to God, if that happens to Taylor and she picks this guy that on paper looks perfect and is doing all the right things and is making her feel so special and so loved, which is all the things that she should feel, and like manipulating her and basically being an actor the whole season. And then we come to find out that he's the complete opposite of what he said he was. I will be pissed and I will come find them. I commented on when Call Her Daddy announced, I was like, she is beauty, she is grace. If they fuck with her, I'll spray them with mace. Like I don't want to see her get used and go through all of this for views, for ratings. Like this is time away from her family. This is a mental load that she's taking on. I really, really, really hope they cast men and they do their due diligence and they vet them out and they interview past girlfriends. Like I'm being so serious. Like I hope they really take this seriously because she is doing them a huge, massive fucking favor by being their bachelorette. So they better freaking pull out the good men, the very few that exist on this earth, because my sister's single and I see the men out there and it ain't good. Okay. The picks are slim fucking pickings. So let's hope that they really do get some good ones. Also, today's episode is brought to you by Coconut. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that my favorite organic personal lubricant is Coconut. If you are making clean ingredient swaps, it is so important to make sure you are getting quality ingredients that are good for your body inside, okay, inside and out. Coconut uses all natural ingredients. They are cruelty-free, made in the USA, and their packing is plastic-free. Not only is it clean and my personal favorite, it also would be a great gift to yourself or your partner, or spread the love and gift it to your besties, okay? Do a favorite things party. They'll love it. Head to coconut.com, that is coconut without the T, and use code weeklytrash for 15% off your order. My code stacks with any on-site discounts, so order today and you can thank me tomorrow. And your sex life will get better. Okay, love ya. Thank you, Coconut, for sponsoring today's episode. Today's episode is also brought to you by Betty's. Okay, mamas, listen up because I have a life hack for you. Are you tired of fighting your kids to make their beds? Say hello to Betty's, okay? The unique design lets your kids make their bed with just a zip. I would know because I have one for Bentley and I have one for Brooks, and you sure as heck bet I'm going to get one for Banks when he has a big boy bed because it has made my life so much easier. They have a patented bedding that includes everything you need: fitted sheet, top sheet, and comforter in one seamless piece that zips together. My kids love feeling accomplished, and your kids will love it too when they can make their bed all by themselves every single day. Make your mornings easier and visit bettys.com. That's BEDDYS.com. And you can use code TRASH for 25% off your order. They are great for hard to make beds like bunk beds, RVs, etc., or for anyone that just wants better habits, because the day is better when you start it making your bed. So discover the joy of hassle-free mornings and the satisfaction of independence for your kids with Betty's Revolution Betty Solution. Again, that's bettys.com. Use code TRASH for 25% off your order. And thank you, Betty's, for sponsoring today's episode. I will say, I'm really confused on why Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 3 is coming out in November. Why? It's obviously done. They made the trailer. So why aren't we getting it now? Because I'm like thinking of the timeline, and by the time that it comes out, she will have already started filming The Bachelorette, I'm pretty sure. So I need them to, like, the next season, they've said that season 4 is coming out. They need to like really like get on that because I want to see the behind the scenes of Dancing with the Stars. I want to see the behind the scenes of everything that's going on right now. So that better come out quick. I don't know how. Like, they already have a really fast turnaround rate for reality TV that's not like Love Island, where it's literally the day after. But I need it even faster. I need it even faster because so much is happening between what we know is going to go on in season 3 with Jesse, Jordan, Demi, all of that, and then what we know will happen in the following seasons with Dancing with the Stars, The Bachelor, all the other things that are going on. I just need it. I need it now. I need it sooner. So yeah, I wonder how much of the behind the scenes of The Bachelor we will even get, because ABC and Hulu and Disney are all kind of intertwined. So I wonder how much behind the scenes we will get. And I'm sure we will get the girls making appearances in The Bachelorette, like being her friend and like interviewing the guys. I could see that 1,000% happening. And that would be good television too. Good for ratings too. But I just really need them to cast good men. Okay? So that's my take on Taylor being The Bachelorette. I love her. I'm rooting for her. But I'll be pissed if these men suck. And probably 90% of them will. So whoever's got Taylor's back on that show, make sure she picks a good one. Okay? Make sure that she knows which ones are a piece of shit. Give her the truth, okay? Behind closed doors. Be like, okay, I know you think this guy is hot, but like, we interviewed his ex-girlfriend and she said this, and this. But like, yeah, you can keep pretending that you like him. Like, I just hope she gets the info on all these men so we don't have another situation like Hannah. Some more things that have happened with the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives cast. Jen Affleck is in a Dunkin' commercial with Ben Affleck. Whoever came out with that idea to do that is a marketing genius. So good, so funny. And Jen did so good in that commercial. Like, her acting was really freaking good. It's probably so intimidating to go into that world where, yes, you're a reality TV star, but that's very different than acting and like memorizing lines. And she killed it. It was so good. And I loved it. 10 out of 10. I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts, even though there's only one Dunkin' Donuts here, I'm pretty sure. And it's like in Sugar House, which is kind of far away. So I probably won't be going to Dunkin' Donuts, but they have my support because that commercial was 10 out of 10. Some more pop culture trash, which I feel like a fake believer, because Justin Bieber released Swag 2. Did I listen? No. I haven't really had time to digest a whole nother album. Oh, I just like kind of burped. Ew. But I probably will. Like I will. Like on my flight to New York, like I will listen to it and I'll digest it, but I just haven't had the time. And the 2 songs I did listen to didn't really speak to me. But to be honest, like the first Swag album, when I listened to it, it like took a minute to digest and really listen and understand it. And and now Yukon is the shit. I'm listening to that the whole drive home. I'm listening to that when I make love. Okay. It's my jam. So I think I just need a minute to really listen to the album. But there was a lot of discourse online because he released the album the day that Hailey Bieber got into Sephora, which is a huge deal for Rhode, which I need some Rhode products. I don't own a single one. I'm sorry, Hailey. I need some. I'm going to go. I'm going to go to Sephora. I'm going to get some. That like glaze stuff, whatever that is, it makes people look silky. Okay. So I need that. The lip liner, I need that. Like her marketing's so good. Her products, like just like the packaging looks so good. Like she's amazing. And now she's in Sephora and that's a huge deal. But he released his album the day that she was in Sephora and people were really upset about it. And I can like see that side of it, but I feel like they did a really good job on the day of. Like he was posting her shit and she was posting his shit. Like it was like a mutual beneficial day because they are both equally famous. Like I wouldn't say, I mean, obviously Justin Bieber is Justin Bieber. And if Hailey wasn't married to Justin Bieber, I don't know if she would be as famous. But I think right now, like as of where they are now in their careers, they are both equally influential and famous. So I think it was beneficial for both of them to use each other's platforms the day that he releases and the day that she's in Sephora because it just benefited both of them. It's very similar to, I guess not very similar, but it's kind of similar to where Taylor Swift, goes on Travis Kelce's podcast. And it's like, that's beneficial for both of them because she gets to go on a platform where she feels safe and comfortable and his podcast gets a shit ton of views. Oh, and then they just happen to get engaged right after. Like, is it intentional? I don't know, but it's beneficial for both parties. So I don't know if they plan to have these released at the same time. I'm assuming because like these things are pretty planned. But I didn't find it weird. Like I wasn't like, oh, Justin's trying to steal the spotlight. Like, no, he was posting about Hailey on the day that his album came out. So, and like I said, I haven't even listened to it. So I don't feel like the marketing was like super good for Swag 2 just because we were kind of already like over it in a way. Like we were like, okay, Swag 1, Slay, we love the album. And then all of a sudden it was like Swag 2 comes out at midnight. And then it didn't even come out at midnight because there was like issues with Spotify. So anyways, haven't listened. I need to listen. I will listen, but I haven't yet. Some other things I want to talk about is the fact that Brooks Nadar, is that how you say her last name, is getting shoved down my throat. I had never heard of her until Dancing with the Stars. She seems great. I have no bad feelings towards her. I know nothing about her. What I don't understand is how she's all over my TikTok. She's all over my Instagram. Every news article, TMZ, E! News, People Magazine, it's telling me things about Brooks. I don't care. Like, I'm so confused on how all of a sudden she became like the new Kim Kardashian. Her sisters have a reality show. She's on every news outlet. People are eating it up. Every like podcast like is talking about the show and talking about her. I'm like, are they a plant? Are they an industry plant? And like people are getting paid to like post about them and talk about them. Like what is happening? Because up until Dancing with the Stars, I had no idea who she was. And since then, she's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Whoever her PR team is, they are doing an impeccable job because she's everywhere. So that's really all I had to say about that. I just needed to vent because I don't know what I did to have her be in my face 24/7. And I just don't understand. So like if you are a fan of her and her show, has she been this famous? Like what is happening? I'm pretty sure she was like a Sports Illustrated model before this. I don't know. I'm just like so confused. I'm so confused. Is anybody else confused or just me? Is anybody else's For You page just covered in Brooks or just me? And that's the other thing. I don't engage in it. Like the algorithm will usually show you things that they think you're interested in because you Google it or you're liking things that involve similar stuff. No, I have not given my algorithm any reason to show me that stuff, except for now, because I'm talking about it and my phone's listening to me. Phone, hi, stop showing me stuff. But they'll still show me because that's just how the cookie crumbles. Speaking of crumble, I'm just kidding. I'm not talking about that. Love Sawyer. Love him. He's amazing. And everyone on the internet is so annoying. That's all. Okay. The summer I turned pretty. I don't even want to talk about it because they have completely lost me. I don't even watch anymore. I scroll my phone when it's on because I'm lost. I don't care. What I do think is going to happen though is Jeremiah and the curly haired girl, I can't remember her name, they're going to fall in love. Like they're making it so easy and predictable. Like that's going to happen. Is Conrad going to go to Paris? I hope we get to see Conrad at some point. I hope he gets a bit more of a storyline because he's the only reason why I watch. And we got freaking Belly. She's a Paris girl now. She's wearing red lipstick. It looks like she's going to cut her hair. We could just end the show here. We could just end it. Okay, the end. She stays in Paris. The end. What? I'm lost. I don't care. If anybody has read the books, like, are the books this annoying? Or is it just the show? Because I'm over it. So that's it for my pop culture reality TV. I guess I didn't really talk about reality. The Bachelorette's reality TV. But that's it for that portion of trash, which means now it's time to do Trasher's Trash. So I was actually going to do Trasher's Trash with Whitney. Whitney's episode is like 2+ hours long. It was so long that we did not have time to do Trasher's Trash. And I've decided that with most guests, we actually probably won't do Trasher's Trash because we don't have enough time. With recycled guests, it's a little bit easier because I've already dumpster deep dove them. And so there's less to talk about. But when it's a new guest, we literally don't have time. So all the Trasher's Trash submissions that I got for Whitney, I'm going to read now. And then next solo, I'll get some new Trasher's Trash submissions. So if you submitted for Whitney, there's a good chance you're going to be in this one. Okay, here we go. My friend who has distanced herself from the friend group because of her new relationship is now upset that she wasn't invited to a milestone event, birth. I'm still rather close to her, but it wasn't my event, so it wasn't my place to invite her. What should I do to help smooth the situation over? I think it's funny that we're calling a birth an event. Like everyone just shows up at someone's birth. I never showed up at any of my friends' births. Sorry, I needed a drink. I find that kind of weird that like all of your friends just like showed up at your friend's birth. That's usually like a family thing. I don't know. You guys must be like super, super close, but I didn't have any friends at my birth. Probably wouldn't have any friends at my birth. And that's definitely a place where you want like the closest people to you. So if she's upset about it, it's like, okay, well, you haven't really been around. And this is like one of the most monumental moments of someone's life. If they don't want you there, it's also not your place to invite yourself to something like that. It's not like it was like a birthday dinner. Like a birthday dinner, I can understand being butthurt. It's like, okay, we're friends. Why didn't you invite me to your birthday dinner? But a birth, a human is coming out of your vagina. You should be able to choose who gets to be there. Like, that's very personal. So I think you just need to have her, honestly, have an honest conversation. I don't even think you need to be the one to say anything because it wasn't your birth. So if she's upset about it, that's something she can take up with the birth mom. And the birth mom can tell her kindly, what the fuck are you talking about? It was my birth. I didn't need you there. Like, that's crazy that you think you're entitled to be at my birth. No matter who you are not, even if you're a mother. Like, as much as I'm going to like literally force my way into Bentley's birth one day, I am not entitled to be there. And I know that. And I'm self-aware enough to know that I'm not entitled to be there, but I will be making it my life mission to be there. But like, you don't have the right to be in someone's birth. So if she's upset about that, that's crazy. I don't think it's your battle to fight. And I think you just let it go. And then you be like, hey, we should all go get dinner, and invite her to dinner. And if she doesn't come to dinner, she's proving the point that she has distanced herself. And that is why she wasn't invited to the birth. That's my advice. Okay, this one, I don't even know what to say because I don't even know what this is. I love watching MLM porn and love my husband, but OMG, this fantasy, could it become a reality, and how? My husband and I have been married for 5 years and together for over a decade. What is MLM porn? Because in my head, I'm thinking of an MLM, which is multi-level marketing, which is not porn. I am picturing someone selling doTERRA oils, and that is your porn. I'm so confused, and I don't want to look it up because I don't really want that on my search. What if a virus goes into my phone? I don't know, but I feel like for the sake of this episode, I do need to look it up. So we're going to do it together. This is going to be a activity that we're doing. I'm scared to type it. Okay. MLM porn. Okay, nothing. So far I have MLM podcast, MLM post, MLM politics, MLM popular, MLM Ponzi. No porn's popping up. Okay, let's do the R. MLM. Nope, still. Okay, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh. Guys, I'm an idiot. MLM is man on man. It's gay porn. No, I'm actually. It's on TikTok when there's the WW and everyone's like, what is WLW? And it's women on women, women loving women. It's men loving men. Oh my gosh, I am so vanilla. I am so Utah. I didn't know what that was. Raise your hand if you were lost. I really hope a lot of you are raising your hand because this is something we got to experience together. Okay, let's reread the trash is trash now, because now that we know what MLM means. No, I'm actually dead. I need a moment. I need a moment to process that moment. Let's all just realize what just happened. Okay. I love watching MLM, man loving man, porn, and love my husband. But OMG, could this fantasy become a reality, and how? My husband and I have been married for 5 years and together over a decade. I think the only way that this fantasy can become real is if your husband's gay. Does your husband want dick? I think that's the only reason that this fantasy can become a reality, because it's man on man. It's not two men loving on a woman. So you would have to find a man that your husband wants to do love with. Sis, I don't know. I don't know if your husband's not into men, I don't think this is going to be a reality for you. I don't. But thanks for teaching me what that meant. This was a fun little experiment that we did together. And yeah. Okay, moving on. I kept finding poop in my front yard last week. I was getting so mad because obviously someone's dog is pooping in my yard and they aren't cleaning it up. So rude. Well, no. Turns out it was my 3-year-old pooping in the yard. First of all, when is your son pooping in the yard, and how are you not there and witnessing your son pooping in the yard? Because it's obviously your front yard, because a dog can't just hop over a fence and poop in your backyard. So that means your son was pulling his pants down and shitting in the front yard, and he's 3 years old, and you didn't witness that? Where are you? What's happening? Pooping takes a minute, okay? Pooping takes 2 minutes. If your son is pooping in the yard, I feel like you would have seen it. That's actually crazy. That's so crazy. And when you did witness it, were you then examining the poop and being oh my gosh, this is the same poop that I saw a week ago? How long has he been dropping his pants and leaving a shit on your yard Like, do you have Vivint cameras? Like, do you have Ring doorbell cameras? Like, you need footage, because how long has this been going on? How long does it take him? Like, if you have a kid that's like pooping, they're gone for a hot minute. It's like equivalent to when your husband goes and takes a shit. It's like, okay, they're in the bathroom and you're like, are you okay? And they're like, yeah, I'm pooping. Like, it takes a minute, like 5, maybe longer. So either your son just has the quickest shits ever, or he's like sneaking out of the house to go shit in the yard. Like, how is this happening? That's actually hilarious and also quite concerning at the same time. Okay. How do you navigate what feels like maybe a friend breakup? I think it just depends. I've never had a friend breakup with someone who I truly considered like a very close friend. And I've never really had like a breakup with an acquaintance. It just like slowly fades out, or like you just like stop hanging out. I've never had like a best friend where you truly have to sit down and be like, let's break up. Like, let's not be friends anymore. I've never had that. So I don't know if I'm like the right person to speak on it, but I will say, I think it depends on why there's a friend breakup. If it's because you've outgrown each other and you're both experiencing different things in life and there's just not a lot of things you have in common, I think it's a much easier blow of like just slowly fading out. And obviously that's hard because it's someone you feel comfortable with. It's maybe someone that you thought you'd be friends with forever, but I still think you can be friends. If there's no bad blood, if nothing bad has happened and it's just like you're fizzling out, I still think there's a friendship there. It's just maybe you're not as close as you were. And so we don't need to label it a breakup, because it's not that. Like, you'll still be friends. Like, you still will care about each other. You'll still keep in contact. You just won't maybe be as close. And when it comes to that, I don't think there needs to be this like big breakup in quotations. If they did something really fucked up and like they need to be held accountable for that, then that's a different story. Like, that is definitely something that needs to be addressed, and you need to talk about it. You need to be like, I can't be friends with you because of this. And maybe that's just closure for yourself. Cause like, do you ever have a moment where someone does you dirty? And maybe this is just me, but like, someone does you dirty, something happens, and it is eating you alive until you confront them. Like, you have to tell them how you feel or you're going to die. Like, I feel that all the time. Okay, not all the time, because people don't do me dirty all the time. But anytime someone does me dirty, it's like I have to confront them for me to move past it. And maybe that's a me problem, and I should talk to my therapist about that, because yes, I forgot to talk about this in personal trash. I started therapy again. Yeah, I'm a therapy girl again because yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that in another episode because we're almost done here. But maybe that's something I should talk to my therapist about the fact that like I feel like I need to address any conflict and not be confrontational, but like I have to speak my mind about things if it's bugging me. So maybe in this way, like, you need to break up more for you than anything, because it'll give you closure of like knowing that you called someone out for their behavior and you feel good about like stepping away from that friendship. But I do think that you navigate it based on what is going on. So if there's no bad blood, if nothing bad has really happened, I don't think it needs to be this big deal, and it can just be a slow phase out and still care for each other and still consider each other friends. If it's bad blood, I'm confronting them. I'm saying something. I'm saying, you did this. I'm mad at you. I'm not your friend anymore. Goodbye. Bye-bye. But then you could also just like block them and never talk to them again, because I have friends and people in my life that would do that. But that's just like not how I operate. So that's what I would do. Sorry to interrupt, but today's episode is brought to you by Minky Couture. You will never want to buy another blanket ever again. I would know, because I've had lots of blankets, and ever since I got that one viral blanket that you see online, the Minky Couture blanket, I am confidently telling you that it is the best blanket ever. Everyone needs to have something as cozy as Minky in their home. There's nothing quite like coming home after a long day and cuddling up with your Minky Couture blanket. They are soft and luxurious, and it feels like a cuddling cloud. Okay, just cuddle it up. There's so many different types of blankets out there, but seriously, nothing compares to Minky Couture. They have the largest selection of colors, sizes, and patterns on the market. They are the creator of the original Hugs blanket, a double-sided, stretchy, and plush style that literally hugs you back. I've never had a blanket that even comes close to my Minky Hugs. Minky Couture is a female-owned business started by a mother who wanted to provide luxurious comfort to her daughter through a tough time. Since 2009, Minky Couture has been able to bring comfort and luxury to homes all over the world. Passionate about giving back to the community, they donate over 30,000 mini Minkies to NICUs across the country every year. And lucky for you guys, I have partnered with Minky Couture to bring this comfort and luxury into your home by offering listeners an exclusive 50% off discount. That's right, 50% off. Use your code weeklytrash at checkout for 50% off your next purchase on all full priced items. You can use it in store or online at softminkyblankets.com. Again, use code weeklytrash for 50% off your next purchase and treat yourself to the best blanket ever. Follow them on Instagram for additional deals and updates at Minky Couture. Thanks, Minky, for sponsoring today's episode. Today's episode is also brought to you by Shed, the easiest way to start your weight health journey. With Shed, it only takes 3 minutes to get started. You'll fill out a quick online form with your goals and health history, and their medical team will create a personalized treatment plan just for you. Everything happens online. No doctor's offices, no pharmacy lines. Your FDA-approved medication ships straight to your door. And the best part, you're not doing it alone. Shed pairs you with a dedicated member success team to help you track progress and stay motivated along the way. Clinically studied treatments, no insurance required, and zero hassle. Get $100 off your first month by using the link in the show notes. Shed is making health simple, effective, and actually doable. Thank you, Shed, for sponsoring today's episode. Okay. No story or anything fun, but please help. How do I learn to say no when it comes to my baby? I get so anxious for things because I am so bad at telling people they can't hold or feed my baby. How do I do this nicely without caring? There's like a couple of things you could do, and I think this is a very normal thing. I think a lot of women don't want people holding their baby, especially when it's their first baby and it's so fresh and new and you have all the postpartum hormones and you're just like, I don't want people touching my baby. One, you have your husband be the bad guy. Okay. Let's say you're going to a family event. Your husband texts the family and says, hey, just so you know, my wife, let's say your name's Jane Doe. Hey, Jane Doe is, not wanting anyone to hold the baby. She's really anxious about it. So if you guys just won't ask, that would be really appreciative. We love you and we appreciate how much you love our baby. Just like, don't ask to hold the baby. Easy peasy. Let him be the one to deliver that message and you don't have to worry about it. Now, if the case isn't a family thing and you're at like a bridal shower or a baby shower and you have the baby and someone's like, oh my gosh, can I hold the baby? I think being honest about why makes it a little less weird. Like if you just say no, then that's where the overthinking comes because you are then thinking, oh, was that mean? Should I have said it differently? Am I hurting their feelings? Because obviously you care and you're like really anxious about it. And then they're thinking, oh my gosh, does she hate me? Did I do something wrong? And then both people are confused and overthinking. But if they ask, like, can I hold your baby? And you just straight up say, oh my gosh, you're so nice. I am so anxious about that. But like, I totally will another day. But like today is just like, I'm really anxious about it. But like, seriously, you're the nicest. Like, I'm anxious. Like, that's all. The end. And then what are they going to say? Give me the baby. Like, no, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, no, I totally get it. And half the time, if not more, if it's a mother, they're going to be like, oh, I totally get it. You're doing a great job. Totally get it. So that's my advice. Just be completely honest about the fact that like, you don't want someone to hold your baby because it's valid. It is so valid. It's your baby. That's like if you were holding a golden nugget and someone's like, can I hold the golden nugget? And every time that someone holds the golden nugget, like you're scared they're going to take it or they're going to break it or they're going to lose value. Like, no. You hold that gold nugget, okay? Your baby's your golden nugget. Don't let them take it. Okay. My 18-month-old has slept through the night one time ever and basically nurses all night. Any tips? I need gentle weaning advice. That's crazy. 18 months old, that's a year and a half old if you don't know math. Like, that's crazy that one, you're still nursing him at night and he's only slept through the night once. I think the best advice I can give is taking some sort of course, whatever kind of sleep training you want to do, whether it's gentle sleep training or intense sleep training or like cold turkey, like let him cry it out, like whatever you feel comfortable as a mom doing. 18-month-olds are old enough to be sleeping through the night. A 3-month-old should be sleeping through the night. So definitely I think you need like a professional. There is, it's an Instagram handle. Let me find her because she follows Weekly Trash. So we need to support her. Okay. I think it's called the Sleep Fairy. So it's _Sleep Fairy. And she helps people with sleep training. Definitely. Oh, she has a podcast called the Sleep Fairy Way podcast. Maybe check that out. She also does one-on-one sleep coaching because it sounds like you need a professional. 18 months old is like really old. So I'm so sorry. That must be exhausting. You're a super mom. Okay. Why does it make me so mad when my husband stays up late playing video games? He will usually play after I get in bed from like 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. and it always irritates me so much. Am I in the wrong? If you like video games, you're going to want to turn this off. If you play video games, you're a fucking loser. Okay? What? I think video games are actually ruining people's brains. And me and my brother-in-law get in not fights because like we're just being funny, but like he likes video games and I'm like, no, they're literally destroying America. Like they are stupid and I hate them. And it's literally, they're bad. Like I just think video games are bad. So if you like video games and you're listening to this and you hate me now, I'm sorry, but it's just my opinion. Okay. My kids will not be playing video games. My husband sure as hell won't be playing video games, especially in the home. I know when he had his office space, like sometimes he would like hop on for a minute because like whatever, you're not at home and you're also like good at providing. So if you want to play a video game while you're also like making money and not being a bum, sure, you can have hobbies. But I think video games are like the ickiest, grossest, unattractive things on the planet. And when men get so invested in their video games where they're like throwing the controller and like being pissed off because like, who even knows why? I don't even know video games. Like what are good video games? Call her, I almost said call her daddy. Call her daddy, the video game? No, Call of Duty, the video game. Is Fortnite's a video game. Mastercraft. I don't even know video games. Okay. All I know is that they're gross. So if you ask me, yeah, no, you have every right to be annoyed because that's gross that he plays video games. But majority of you probably don't mind video games and you're not crazy like me. And so you might be thinking, no, it's not that big of a deal. Like just go to sleep. No, I think it's a big deal. I also think if it's taking away time from you guys being together, like playing till 2 a.m, there's no way he's like in a good mood the next day, getting no sleep. Like what time does he wake up in the morning? Does he have a job? I pray to God he has a job because if he doesn't have a job and he's playing video games until 2 a.m, leave his ass. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So I really hope he has a job. But like, how is he in a good mood if he's playing video games till 2 a.m. and then like going to work the next day? Like, is he grumpy? Is he irritable? Like, I don't know if it's serving him as a human to be playing video games for 4 hours. That's insane. That's nuts. So I'm on your side. I'm on your side 1,000%. I do think people who are addicted to video games, it's an addiction. He needs rehab. Okay. I don't think people could just quit video games. Just like how it's like, I'm addicted to my phone. I'm 1,000% addicted to my phone. I'm addicted to scrolling TikTok. I get it. I'm addicted. I need to be self-aware enough. I need to put it down. I need to know when it's not good. Like it's something you have to work on. So if he is addicted to video games, which I'm sure he is, if he's playing every night from 11 to 4 a.m. or 2 a.m., he is going to have to make life changes. He is going to have to work on that. And that's going to be hard. That's going to be a hard conversation. That might even be a big fight in your marriage. And that makes me sad for you because it's a video game. Like if he is choosing a video game over like making your marriage better or your relationship better, I can't remember if, yeah, it's your husband. That's sad. But like if roles were reversed and like you were addicted to your phone and scrolling all night long and then the next day you were like irritable and like grumpy and it was affecting your guys' relationship and he was like, hey, I need you to like not be on your phone for 4 hours because like I feel like it's making you not as good of a human, you would be like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like I need to work on that. Like I want to be more present. I want to be better. I want to be in a better mood. So I hope he understands what you're saying. Like, and even if you were like, hey, you can play video games from 11 to midnight, but you got to snuggle me first. Okay. You got to give me attention. You got to love me. And then you can go play video games. But 4 hours, that's insane. That's insane. So no, you're not wrong. I'm on your side. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. But video games are stupid. And that's what I have to say about video games. What are friendship deal breakers? Trying to decide if it's worth it to keep a friend or if it's time to cut ties. A big one for me is gratitude. If you have a friend that like doesn't appreciate you, doesn't like takes your kindness for granted and almost like uses your generosity, that's a big no. Like, I don't think that there should be expectations in friendships. I really don't. I don't think you should be like, if my friend doesn't do X, Y, Z, and doesn't talk to me every day and doesn't like, obviously there's like the bare minimum that they should be hitting. But like when you get older and you have life and families and jobs, like life is busy. You can't expect your friend to like show up for you 24/7 and be there all the time. Like, I don't think that's normal to want that out of a friend when you are an adult. That's just not going to happen. But if you do show up for your friends and you are a good friend and they don't appreciate that, that is a red flag to me. Whether it's taking them dinner, if you don't get a thank you, not saying thank you when your friend goes out of their way for you, even if it's not a friend, if it's just somebody who is going out of their way to do things for you or give things to you to make you feel special and you don't say thank you, no, not a good friend, not a good person. Like, gratitude is huge to me. I think it shows that someone is humble and has good intentions if they can also be grateful for people's generosity. So that's a deal breaker for me if friends don't appreciate you and the things you do for them. Do I think that friends need to, like I said, go all out for you all the time? No. But if you're doing something for them, they better fucking appreciate it. That's my friend. That's my friends. I love them. They're the best. And that would be my deal breaker. Just ended it with my perfect boyfriend I was going to marry. He takes 100% care of me. He is devoted and obsessed. And I just wasn't. We did the relationship 100% long distance, coast to coast. And I just feel so much peace. But like, why do I think there are still good guys out there? I don't feel like there is. Do I go back to him? No. Because you're always going to question what if. You need to go experience life. You need to go date. Like, if you weren't obsessed with him, if you weren't so excited to wake up next to him every morning, no, you should not marry him. I think we as women expect bare minimum, and we don't think that we deserve like that love story and the connection where you're just like obsessed with each other. Do I think that physical connection is important? Yes. Do I think it's everything? No. But you need to at least like feel like your person is your person and you love like everything about them. If that's not how it is, it's not your person. Like I said, there's not a lot of great men out there, but that doesn't mean there's no men out there that aren't made for you. There's gonna be somebody else. and you're gonna feel that feeling of just like being in love and obsessed with them. And then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I didn't settle. Or you're gonna date around and you're gonna date guys and you're gonna realize, oh, I actually was obsessed with him. I actually do want to be with him forever. Either way, you need to go date. You need to go experience other men and other things, because you will always question and you will always wonder, what if? And he doesn't deserve that, and you don't deserve that. So I think you did the right thing. And I think you should enjoy this time to really figure out what you want and live it up, because you're only single until you're not. So that's that for Trashers Trash. I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys did. It was fun to yap and chat and tell you all the things. Next week is Whitney's episode. Next week is also the party. Quick little thing with the party. Please, 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 please. And I will say this on Instagram. Do not line up at 6 a.m. I know that the first 50 people get goodie bags, but the venue is a business. There's businesses within the venue. So please do not come line up before noon. Noon is the earliest that you can come and line up. And this year I have a system, because ain't nobody going to be butting people and stealing the first 50. There will be a system. You cannot save a spot for your friend. You cannot come and go. Like, if you want a bag, you actually have to be the first 50 and you actually have to stay there in the line. So, like I said, there'll be a system. When you get there, you'll see that you can't hold spots for friends. Okay. But please, 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 please do not show up before noon or I'll get in trouble. Okay. That's all. But excited for next week. Excited for New York on Thursday. I will be posting all the content. I guess this comes out on Thursday. Hi, it's Thursday. Excited to be posting about New York. And I also am going to be posting about merch, because I'm taking the merch to New York to take some cute photos. So I'm excited for that. But I love you guys. I hope you have the best weekend. See good, do good, and don't forget to take out your trash. Love ya. Bye.